y'all so busy arresting people, the people who should be getting arrested is the IRS. Why the come Friday when I get paid, your hands is in my check? You done dipped your ass in there. I can't even say no. Where was you at when I was working last week at 4 a.m. running back to the OR for a stat C-section? I didn't see you getting no vitals last night. You ain't put no IV in the other day. Here you are coming into my check taking your cut. Who the do y'all think y'all are? Y'all mother should be in jail for theft because you stole my money when I didn't tell you to. Then I'm doing my taxes this year. I done paid you your money all year, IRS. Every mother weeks here you come dipping. Why the do I still owe you all this money come tax time? You ain't got enough money already? Y'all greedy. I buy some shit in the store. Taxes and fees. You getting money from all of us all over the goddamn place and you still want more? At what point is taxes gonna be enough? Can I say no to taxes? Like, what happened to freedom of speech? I speak to not want any mother taxes out my check. I speak to not want to pay a motherfucking dollar come tax time.
So we are at that time of the year where we have a lot of people who do not want to pay their taxes. Something that happened last year and this year too. There are a lot of people who don't want to file their taxes. And some started filing their taxes, but they noticed that they owe a lot. So they just, back out of it. While some have their own reasons, some people are just going to be ranting about how much they owe, like owing a lot that they need to pay in taxes and they don't have the money. So we're just going to be checking out this rant videos. But before we get right into this video, a big shout out to Laura for sending me a $10 super thanks. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Please make sure you click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Let's get right into this video.
If anybody needed another reason to hate our government or the US, here's one. So I'm a single mom. I have two kids, a 2.5-year-old and a 4-year-old. Their dad is in their life 50%, no complaints there, whatever. Last year, I had to pick up a second job because I literally could not survive without it. I also had to have taxes not taken out of my full-time paycheck because I needed the whole thing to, again, survive. It was like a $200 difference every check. I had no choice. I just went and had my taxes done. Oh my God, it makes me want to cry just saying it out loud. I owe $7,000. $7,000, and that is after getting credit for the kids and childcare. We paid almost $18,000 in childcare last year, and we got a $600 credit for it. $7,000. I even went to look and see how much doing a payment plan would be because I can't come up with $7,000 by April 15th. There's no way. I would have trouble saving that in a year. If I were to do a payment plan, I would be charged 8% interest rate on the total amount owed every month, as well as a 5% late fee charge every single month until it was paid in full. So I would get charged 13% on the $7,000 I owe every single month. And I would only get 180 days to pay it off. What? Full transparency, if I did not have my kids, I would not be here. I hate life. I truly hate living. I have no free time. I have no social life. I have no dating life. I have nothing that makes me happy about being alive besides my children. And even then, it sucks because I can't give them the life that I want to or that they deserve because I am always struggling. If I could start over, move to a different country, I absolutely would, but I don't have that option. So for how my life is in this state and how much I am constantly struggling, I would choose to not be here if it were an option. And that is really sad to say.
I just went in and had my taxes done. This year I earned $85,727. My net take home was $75,415. In federal taxes, I paid $10,312, and now they're telling me I still owe the federal government $1,428 for a total of $11,740 just in federal tax. Now, somebody please explain to me why the average citizen, the little guy, is paying $11,000 in tax, and our politicians are blowing that money on bullshit. I'm not paying taxes anymore. Kiss my ass.
So you're telling me that I make under $35K in a year, and when it's time to do my taxes, and taxes have already been taken out of my paycheck, and I'm paying taxes on groceries, and I'm paying taxes on gas, and I'm paying taxes out of my asshole, that I still owe the government money? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I went exempt on my forms to not pay taxes to the federal government because I am not paying taxes without representation. Fuck that shit.
Trump just tweeted that Elon Musk said we should be getting way more money on our tax refunds, and if you agree, leave a thumbs up. That was in his Twitter. Now, I agree. Some people don't even get money on their tax refunds, and instead they have to owe money. I'm a victim to this. I just saw a video of a guy saying he paid $11K in taxes, and now that he's doing his tax thing, he still owes $1,000 more. He should be getting money. Now, if this goes into effect and we can get more money on our tax returns, this would be great for everyone. But still, people will find another reason to hate on Trump.
So I finally got all my W-2s in the mail today, right? So I was like, fuck that, I'm about to file my taxes today because I need that money. I started filing my taxes. I always use TurboTax. I've been using it for years. I use TurboTax, right? Tell me why TurboTax told me with all of my W-2s, mind you, I had like 5 fucking W-2s with just scheduled jobs. Tell me why TurboTax gonna tell me I only made $18,000 for the whole year. Now, mind you, y'all remember how hard I worked this year. I damn near went into psychosis, fucking hearing and seeing. I fucking got dermatitis. I think I had COVID 3 times. I got sick. I pulled a disc in my back. All that shit for $18,000 a year. And guess how much my fucking refund is? Guess. $75. I don't even feel like it's a point of me filing my taxes at that point. Because what the is $75 going to be? Nothing. Like, honestly, I just feel like all that shit was so pointless. And I hate it because I can't even go back to hustling like I was hustling before because I don't have capacity. Literally, my body physically cannot handle it anymore. I'll be ready to pass out. I can only work like maybe 2 jobs, and I need some type of break in between. I can't do the job 8 hours, do the next job 10 hours, clock out. No, I can't even do that shit no more. So now I'm just like, what the is there even a point in me filing my taxes at this point for $75 fucking dollars? What the is that gonna do?
You know, the older I've gotten, the more I finally fucking started to understand taxes. Like, I didn't fucking understand this shit. I just remember, like, when I was in college, I was getting back buku hellas amounts of money. But that was because I was in college. And now that I'm not in college anymore, I've learned that you gotta strategically think about this shit. And you have to strategically invest in other things to get tax credits. If you are not married and don't have kids and you are single and you make a certain money above, you always gonna owe unless you strategically invest in certain things like an IRA, 401k, invest in a health savings account. There's other fucking tax credits you can possibly get. But if you don't do that, you gonna owe. I owe the government $57. I'm not getting my $3,000 in refund check back no more unless I pop out a baby, and that's never fucking happening. I refuse. So I finally understand it now. Some people love tax season, and I don't think I'll ever be one of those.
Why are people not filing their taxes? Recent data came out saying that through the first 2 weeks of the tax season, people are filing 16% less than they have in previous years. And this is all despite the IRS processing more tax refunds than they normally do. It's up 23.5% compared to how they've done in the past. Currently, the average tax refund's around $2,000, but there are reasons why people are not filing. The first reason why people are not filing is because Trump's tax changes. Donald Trump just became president, and he's promising a lot of different tax changes that people might want to wait for. And I'll tell you why that's silly to wait for him in a second. But the second reason why people are not filing is because the amount of negative news that has come out about the IRS so far this tax season. Although the IRS is processing refunds quicker, the refunds that they are giving out are smaller than what they usually are. At least that's what many people are feeling. Additionally, based upon what you guys have said, there are a lot more delays that are happening for people who do not file properly, which could be because the IRS has gotten better technology and they can better keep people accountable. It'd be silly not to file now if you're waiting for Donald Trump to make changes, because those changes he makes will not go into effect until next tax season. But let me know why you're not filing your taxes yet in the comment section.
Come to my attention that not a lot of young people know how to do their own taxes, and they're getting ripped off by CPAs who charge them $500 for nothing. And I would know because I am a CPA myself, and we will rip you to shreds. We will take advantage of you. I know. Sorry. Anyway, do your taxes yourself. If you're young, you most likely only have a W-2. That is so easy. Play Go Fish with that W-2. There's boxes that are numbered. Box 1, 2, 3, 4. And then tax website. Look up a tax website, TurboTax. I use Free Tax USA because it's free. Not sponsored, literally not sponsored, but they should pay me for saying this. Free Tax USA, your federal is free, your state, you are gonna have to pay for, but it's like $20. $14 probably, $14.99, I don't know. Anyway, just type that in, type in all your information, and then you're gonna need your social security number. If you are over the age of 18 and you don't know your social security number by heart, get on that shit. You should know that. Don't carry around your social security card with you in your wallet, because guess what? People will steal your information and then they'll clone you. Do your taxes yourself. W-2, boxes are labeled. The website will ask you, what is in this box? Do you know how to read? You might be a little bit dyslexic. I am too. Don't tell my boss that. Put the number that you see, what they're asking, okay? The tax withheld is how much taxes that you've already paid in. The website's going to calculate if that was correct or not. Don't ask me. I do taxes for a living and I don't understand shit about taxes. Why do we have them? Where is it going? Where's my money going? I don't know. But just follow the directions, okay? You are going to know how much taxes you have already paid in, and the software or the website is going to tell you, oh, you paid in too much or you didn't pay in enough. And that is when you either get a refund or you got to pay a little bit extra. Listen, if you get 1099s, most of the time, you're not going to get tax withheld off of that. So you're most likely going to have to pay taxes. That's why when you're self-employed, you get 1099s, you should really leave some money off to the side. Put that in a high-yield savings account. But also, guess what? High-yield savings account, you have to pay tax on the interest on that. Ugh, that's crazy. And if you don't have a high-yield savings account, ask your bank for it. And do it, because instead of getting 0.00002%, you could be getting 2%. You could be getting 3%, 4%, depending on how much money you have. I got a lot of money in the bank because I'm a rich bitch. So I get 25% off my high-yield savings account. Just kidding. That's because I ripped off a lot of people. So that's why I'm giving you this advice. Do your own taxes this year. 2025, we are doing our own taxes. Okay? It's not that difficult. Don't make it more difficult. Don't get ripped off by a CPA. Don't get ripped off by me. You're welcome for the advice.
If you don't support Trump and you're a W-2 worker, you need to be up in your HR office getting the tax forms to go tax exempt. I know some people hear that word and they get turned off. They like, oh, I don't want to owe. I don't want to get in trouble. I've had a bad experience before. Look, YouTube is a free place. It's self-employed people out here. You can do the same thing. It's not that hard. A very easy way to see how easy it is would be to go to ADP website, type in your wage or your salary, type in your state. You'll be able to see exactly the amount in taxes that you should be taking out of your check when you go tax exempt, so that you can put that in another account, so that you're able to pay your taxes next year and not be penalized for not paying or not paying the correct amount. The taxes that they take out of your check helps to fund programs that we don't support. We can do it as a collective if we want to. We need to do this.
If you're a W-2 worker, stop paying your taxes. I saw a couple TikToks, but I can't remember the creator. Basically, if you're a W-2 worker, that means that a portion of your paycheck, bi-weekly, weekly, or whatever, taxes get taken out, and then at the end of the year you file your taxes, because if you've paid too much taxes to the government, they then owe you a refund, or if you didn't pay enough, you have to like owe and pay money. But a lot of people get refunds, and if you get a refund, that means like the government just had extra money from you, you overpaid them, here's some back. But also, like, while we're paying taxes, the government gets our money up front. Every month they're getting income from us, and now they're going to use it to do like horrendous shit. Like, if you don't support all of the new programs that this administration is doing with our tax money, then don't give them the money. And you can do that by going into your W-2 and changing it to claim non-exempt, which means that you're not giving any of your money upfront to the government. You are taking 100% of your paycheck, but at the end of the year when you do your taxes, you are going to owe. So you should probably set some of that money aside. But what it does is it prevents the government from getting too much money and then owing you a return, and it also prevents the government from getting your money up front, so they don't have it to like borrow and use and spread awful horrible shit with. So I don't know, I am not a W-2 worker anymore. I'm self-employed, so that's what I do anyway. I have all my money, and then I'm gonna have to give some back to the government to pay my taxes. But I think that's cool. It's a cool way to take your money back and your power back. Don't give it to them up front. Find your own fucking money.
Well, as we all know, we know that there's a lot of people who are having the time of their life right now because they're getting a lot of tax returns. It's a lot of money, and they're excited and about to spend the money and do a lot of stuff with it. While some people are here, as you can see from this video, who are going to be having a lot that they need to pay in taxes again. Like after the whole, I understand, like it's really, really effed up for us, like to keep every little thing we're purchasing, we're having to pay so much. Like, you know, you're always paying taxes all the time, every day. Like the air you breathe, you're getting taxed for it. Now the only time you're like thinking, oh, possibly I could get a return, then now you owe something. Like, it's just ridiculous. But anyways, guys, that's for this video. You all should let me know what you think about this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and please don't forget to click the like button. It helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.